All right, so what if African Americans, American descendant of slaves, Black Americans, could manifest reparations? Now, before I even get into it, let me go ahead and say I'm not saying that all us need to just get a vision board and put reparations on it and keep it moving. However, if all of us were to focus our energy on reparations and took massive action towards reparations, could that make reparations happen and happen even sooner? Kind of like manifest destiny. A phrase coined in 1845 expressed the philosophy that drove 19th century U.S. territorial expansion. Manifest destiny held that the United States was destined by God, its advocates believed, to expand its dominion and spread democracy and capitalism across the entire North American continent. So basically, back in the day, the United States thought that it was their destiny, it was their purpose, like they were supposed to take over the whole continent of North America. Like it was like their birthright. Like that's why they came over here. They owned it. They did a lot of crazy shit to do it, of course. But what if we took that same mindset, of course, minus the crazy shit, but that same mindset as far as feeling like reparations was ours? Like, what if we had that same passion, that same drive to do what we had to do to make sure that reparations was ours? If we worked extremely hard, took massive action, and did all the things necessary, every single thing that you can possibly think of, if we treated reparations like it was ours, like it's something that we could feel, we visualized it, thought about what it would look like at the end, and then just fought like crazy to get it, instead of treating it like it was a pipe dream. Because I think some people treat reparations like it's this thing that'll never happen. What do you think the people who were enslaved when they were, fighting to get out of slavery from, people like Harriet Tubman and all type of people who came before us, what do you think? And got shit done as well. Don't you think they manifested it? To me, like they visualized it, they thought about it, and they were extremely passionate about it, and then they just worked their asses off to make things happen. Again, I'm not saying that all you got to do is sit and think about something and visualize and put it on a vision board and walk away. I'm saying that to all my people who have researched manifestation and who have benefited from manifestation, what if all Black people kind of got on the same page? And how much energy would that be? Wouldn't that be like a crazy amount of energy if we were all on the same page, visualizing our reparations, thinking about our reparations, fighting for our reparations, and taking massive action towards it? That would be crazy. You know how much energy and how much power we would have as a people? That's something they don't want us to have. That's something they don't want us to do. Get all on the same page. I think if we were to really practice manifestation when it came to reparations, Black people, we would treat everything like it was ours already. If we knew reparations was ours, we would treat everything else like it's ours. We would look at white people and their wealth, everything that they had, everything that they got over the years, and say, hey, that's our money. That's our land. Those are our everything that y'all got, because they built their whole existence off of our back. So we would treat it and we would look at them differently. We would begin to shift our thinking when it came to how they looked. When it came to how we thought about them, they wouldn't look like the same people to us. We wouldn't treat them like the same people. We would treat them like, y'all have our shit, like give us back our shit. And we would do the same with immigrants who come over here and get jobs and get all the benefits. off of our backs, as well as the benefits that are snatched from us and give it to them, we would treat it like, not like, oh, okay, come on, yeah, y'all can help us and we can help y'all, and come on, my fellow immigrant, we gonna do this. We would more so treat it like, nah, this is ours. Like, and if you get it, it's because we let you get it. We would take ownership in all the rights that are given to all the people over here. We would be more aggressive. And I think that's a good thing, because, black people, we chill. Black Americans, we real chill. We don't do too much. We kind of distracted in a lot of different ways. But if we were to practice manifestation with reparations, I think we would just get extremely focused. And I also feel like, again, not just write reparations on the vision board, but all the different practices. There are a million practices when it comes to manifestation on the internet. It's like a million different practices, from scripting to saying it to thinking about it for 17 seconds. It's a lot of different practices that people use to manifest stuff. And I'm not saying it's not true. I think there is some truth to it. Because one thing that they always say afterwards is you take massive action. And if you think about it, we've already manifested a lot of shit in our lives. If I can go the metaphysics route for a tad bit, we've already manifested a lot of stuff. So I feel like if you get focused on something and take massive action towards it, if a group of people did that, that would change the whole entire dynamic of this country. Like, that would be some dope shit. But if you think about it, that's kind of what everyone else kind of does as a people. They think about, especially immigrants, when they come over here, they visualize and think about as a group what they want, and then they come over here and they get it. Everyone's so focused. Everyone's so much more focused. And I think that's what I'm really talking about when I talk about manifestation and this whole law of attraction thing. I think it's about just being focused as a people. I think people have a plan when they come over here. They visualize and they strategize and they just work really hard towards their plan. Don't get me wrong. They get help from all type of shit that we don't get help from. It's a lot of leg ups that they have. But I think one leg up that we have is the fact that we are all over here, and it's a large number of us, and we're not using our unity in a way that could benefit us politically, as well as in a lot of other ways. So, I also feel people would look at us differently. I don't think we would be treated the same. I don't know if that would be a good or bad thing. I think we would definitely be respected more. I think everyone would know that this is the black man's country. Like, these black Americans over in the United States, like, they don't play that shit. Like, if we gonna go over there as immigrants, we gotta have our shit together. We can't step on their toes, because right now everybody step on our toes. Because, they take ownership in their legacy in that country. So we have to respect them. Like, we would demand respect. And I think white people would kind of be like, they would just shut up. I think if we did what we were supposed to do, they will always look at us, because they kind of sort of do already. Look at us with the, because most white people have an idea of the history between us and them. But if we were more vocal about it, if we just never forgot, not even violent, but just vocal, and never let them forget about it, and never let them get too comfortable with what they had because of us, that will also change. And I think a lot of them would say, you know what, we need to get these. I think white people will end up joining us. They will say, we need to go ahead and get these black people their reparations. Like, this is their stuff. Like, if a white person couldn't avoid bumping into a black person without reparations popping up, let's look at what's happening now. Just because of the ADOS movement and Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore, it's like, it's starting to pop up in the political conversation already. So think if so many more of us were involved, like, they wouldn't be able to escape that. They would be ready to hand over those reparations to us. They would be ready. Well, we would just take it from them, because it's like they wouldn't be able to function. So at the end of the day, I think it's always about getting focused as a people. Because when you visualize, manifest, and all that good stuff, you get focused, whether you know you're manifesting or not. Call it what you want to call it, prayer, whatever you want to call it. It's about getting focused on your desires and your wants. And I think as a people, we need to really get focused on our main desire, and not just our wants, our needs, because we kind of need that. And if we treated it like that's our shit, took ownership in our legacy, in our part we played in this country, I think we could really do some damage. And I don't think we would be so focused on escaping the United States, escaping America, and going back, quote unquote, back to Africa, or, doing stuff and having foundations in other parts of the world, I don't think the Black American celebrities would be so focused on saving other parts of the world, doing stuff for other parts of the world. I think everyone's focus would be on the home turf, on the home team. I think people would just be a little bit more on the same page. It would be great if we all really thought as a unit, if we could all tap into each other's brains and almost be telepathic. I feel like we kind of are in a weird way, that moment when you and the other Black person make eye contact. That'd be some real shit. Make sure y'all share this, subscribe. I think I'm gonna link my reparations song in here somewhere. Make sure y'all listen to that, and be blessed. Get focused.